Goshen. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of...
Oh, when the Saints marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Words on the street like Braille, the way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. Off we go here in New Orleans. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. This game will start with a throw on first down. He connects with Palmer on that one. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 3. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And deep for Olave. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. That is a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking opening drive touchdown. Instead, that third down pick turns into 6, Greg.
Yeah, Mike, and every offense all week works on that opening drive. It's such a critical way to get their players and get their offense settled into this game. And as you said, disastrous start, not only turning the ball over, but allowing the defense to capitalize and take it all the way back the other way.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the goal line. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Quick throw to Olave. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On the give. This is Allen. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. Is one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. At deep for Olave. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 17 yards on that connection. 1st down, KC.
1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a toss to Pacheco. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That is catch number 60 for the season. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A handoff to Pacheco. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The RPO, that one is complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a first down. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll air one out for Palmer. He's got it. And he'll take it on in. Craig Palmer. Touchdown, New Orleans. His 12th touchdown of the year. Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints are on the board. It's 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. Tight end going in motion here. A first down throw for Mahomes. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. The open man is Reed. He's got it. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
He'll get this one complete to Brown. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Chiefs on top. More from New Orleans after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. Right back to the air for Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. As you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
On third and short, they go with Blue. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
And I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4 down territory. But that's all for naught now, because after that good blocking up front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
From the gun, here's Pacheco. He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry. Now it's 2nd and 1. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They go play action with Mahomes. Now he'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll send Worthy in motion. They run straight ahead with Blue. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly it is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Forced to his right. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
That's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
At the Saints' 32-yard line.
On first down, it's Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's good. First and 10 at the 13.
Again, here comes Blue. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Two minutes to play in the first half of a three-point game. We're back to New Orleans after this. On second down, Mahomes. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. To the right side here, pass is caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. On the handoff, it's Allen. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing now on first and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Now he'll run. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short, one of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Olave coming across the field. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Saints going to use their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Palmer. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up second and 2 at the 10-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. Five yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
That one taken in. Chris Olave. Touchdown Saints. And that is touchdown number 25 on the year. So now this to give themselves a lead here heading to the half. It's up and through. And the Saints move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Tight end on the move left. First down throw, Mahomes will try and set up the tight end screen. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So it is a one-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Scott. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Off the play fake. Mahomes.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
In motion, Reed. Mahomes now to throw on second down. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
That one swung out to Blue. They'll send Worthy in motion. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign.
The Chiefs will set up for this 2-point.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return is Trey Palmer. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. They'll run without him. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throw right side to Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. I mean, we got a glimpse of all of it right here.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they finally get to him inside the 10-yard line. But the yellow flag is out, and this one might be coming back. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Off balance throw It's complete.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to the air one more time. A ball deep for the end zone. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He has Hyatt complete. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the 2nd half.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. Left side into the hands of Olave. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Allen. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. Second and inches.
Here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw to the goal line and in. Touchdown, New Orleans. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule, in fact, he did not get the football across the plane to the goal line. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on third.
So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. Fourth down and goal. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. They'll look to throw. This one is caught. On fourth and goal, they deliver. Praise Homer. Touchdown Saints. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. On first down, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Blue. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They go play action with Mahomes. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. And Butker on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
25-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jamari Connor.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the fourth quarter.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up, against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
A big one here in the fourth quarter. It's a gain of 34.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
Carry now for Allen. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
This one has plenty of legs. And it is good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Mahomes. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And we got a big 3rd down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with a conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. The open man is Reed. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
1st and 10. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead. but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And in motion is Brown. The RPO, that one is complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. They'll get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs.